Hi all, how you going? We're continuing with the all signs readings for the month of October, and we're up to Leo. So rising, moon and sun signs of Leo. So Pride Gang, your October monthly reading is about to come right now. So I hope you're all doing exceptionally well. So I'll just give you a quick lowdown as to how this is going to flow. So I'm going to do the tarot first, and we will start with the Master Astrology deck from Astrology Answers. Master Astrology deck, Astrology Answers, and we will clarify the shit out of it if need be, until we can get as much poignant, to the point messages as I can possibly get for you. Once we've done the tarot and looked into that, we will then go into your additional messages. So this is your angel message, your dream card. So this is your inspirational message, romance angel, as well as your animal spirit guide. And then I've dug up my ruin bag, guys, and there will be a ruin and 4 meanings from book to breath at the end. So there will be no wondering what the message is. It will be quite crystal clear, well, as crystal clear as I can possibly make it for you. So my dear Leo, rising, moon and sun signs of my Pride Gang, welcome, and this is your October reading. Let us begin, my dear Leos. Okay, my beautiful Leos, let's see what messages the Divine has for you. Hopefully we have some beautiful things coming in for you for the month. Okay, so we've had something turn. Just go ahead and dig it out. Ooh, the Emperor reversed. Okay, so the Emperor is sign of Aries, and being in its reverse is very much talking about. So the Emperor reverse is really talking about, immaturity, ineffectiveness. Could be talking about indecision here. So maybe there's been a bit of a time of not really knowing what to do. Inability, weakness of character, a failure to control petty emotions. So I'm seeing here, Leo, you're coming out of September, you're about to go into October, and you've been really feeling, sort of just feeling like there's really been indecision here. You're feeling there's just nothing has come right. It's just been full of ineffectiveness. You're feeling really ineffective. You're feeling kind of useless. You're feeling really bummed out at the moment. You're feeling like no matter how hard you try, things just aren't tying up at the seams. It's just becoming a big mess. But I'm seeing here we're coming into October, and we're going to have a good month, Leo. So let's see what's coming in. Divine spirits and guides, more messages, please, for my dear Leo. Rising moon and sun signs of my Pride Gang, Leo. What messages do we have coming through? So we have the 5 of Swords reversed, 10 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so let's start with that 5 of Swords energy reversed. So 5 of Swords is a very, very much a cutthroat sort of card, because the 5 of Swords, when it's reversed, is an uncertain outlook. So you've been really, really not sure where to go from this instability point of view. You've been really lost. You feel like you've lost your connection with yourself, maybe people around you. You're feeling just numb. You're not cut from the same cloth. You're feeling just alone, numb. You're not feeling any emotional much at the moment. It's just been very withdrawn. So this is an uncertain outlook, the 5 of Swords reversed. This is very much talking about change or loss or defeat, weakness, possible misfortune befalling a friend, seduction, possibly burial. So I'm seeing here you're going through a really difficult time at the moment, Leo. Coming into October, you're quite pained, I want to say. You're really, really feeling as if there is going to be a break in a connection here, a break with a person that you thought would be forever. And it is going to be extremely emotional and very, very charged for you coming into October. The next card was that 10 of Pentacles reverse. Now, 10s are ends of cycles. Ones are the beginnings. So the 10 of Pentacles in its reverse is really talking about bad odds here. Possible loss, hazard, robbery, loss of an inheritance, dissipation, and gambling. So I'm seeing here, if this is not you, this is an individual around you who's very much just pulling in everyone's cash at the moment. Like, can I borrow from you? I need this from you. I've got no food, I've got no electricity, I've got no means, no transport, they're just extremely needy at the moment. And it's not because they've fallen on bad times per se due to circumstance or beyond their control. It's been very much due to their own decisions that have put them here. So this is talking about, you know, hazard, you know, dissipation, gambling, making choices that are not for your highest good, and putting yourself in positions, therefore, of that are even worse than that. It's just not where you're supposed to be, Leo. From there, we move on to that Six of Swords, and this is in its upright. So we call this usually the water Uber. This is beautiful, this divine card, because, you know, they're getting on their boat and they're chewing away, and they're turning their back on anything and everything that was there and before them, and it's about starting anew. It's about saying that this is not good enough for me. I will not accept this, and I am turning my back on it. This is a firm card of turning your back on something and moving to different waters. A trip or journey, headstrong attempts to overcome difficulties, expedient manner, success after anxiety. So this is all led up to being so anxiety driven. You've probably been a bit isolated. You can't bring yourself to be around people, to have to maintain or control or try to act as if your emotions are really out of sync at the moment, Leo. You're a very emotionally driven sign. I'm a Leo moon, so my emotions are Leo. But I'm feeling that you're very numb at the moment. You have cut off the emotion scale, like even the emotion feeler. It's all been shut down. The whole emotion process for Leo leading into October. You have had a gutful of pain, of being hurt, of being disappointed, of being let down, of being used, of being asked for so much and given so little. Leo, you're really feeling it coming through October. The Sun reversed. Good Lord. So, I wish I could say something brighter with this card. Like, you know, this is good. But it's not that it's all bad. It's a real sign that there is a real undertone of unhappiness here and loneliness, my dear Leos. It's really prevalent. A broken engagement, it could be, or marriage. Cancelled plans. Triumph delayed, although not necessarily completely lost. It's a clouded future. That's paired, therefore, with that Seven of Pentacles, and that is actually reversed. So when that Seven of Pentacles is reversed, it really is, again, talking about a period of impatience, you know, being extremely impatient. You know, you just want to dig up and out of this shit bundle of crappy shit you've got yourself in at the moment. You don't want to feel this way. You don't have to deal with this. You don't have to go through this. You don't have to wait for this. You just know what you need or you don't need, and you just go on hell for leather to try and expedite this through, get that way across, or make it happen. But the Seven of Pentacles reverse is really reminding you of your impatience and uneasiness here. It's imprudent actions, loss of money, which will lead to unwise investments. So your impatientness and need to get now is what's costing you so very, very dearly. If you would just be willing to wait and sit on it for even a small period of time, your outlook or outcome would have been so much different and so much more beneficial to you, Leo. It's like, you know, at a race, you know, once the gun goes off, you go hell for leather and you won't stop. And sometimes that can be extremely pride driven, I want to say. Very, you know, not domineering, because you just don't try to do that. You just, when you want it or need it, it must happen, and it must happen at that time. You know, you don't take delays or bullshit lightly, you know, and you won't take it for very long if someone's going to fob you off a story of, well, I got stuck down at, you know, my tire blew out, and then, you know, the magical pixies came and abducted me and all this shit. You're just gonna, I'm not wasting my time listening to this crap again. I'm just going to exit stage left, so to speak. There's no time for this shit, for this dilly-dally, filly-folly, you know, you cut to the quick to the chase. That's what I'm feeling here for Leo, Your Honor. You know, a steady pride-like prance, you know, through the jungle. You are, you know, movement. You are elegant, but you are determined above all else. But this is just to remind you to be a bit patient, because you know your gung-ho-ness, it will cost you in the end. Three of Cups upright. This is what I was hoping would come through for you now, Leo. So we're heading into towards the mid-month now. So I'm feeling it somewhere between the 8th and like 15th, 16th sort of mark. Somewhere like in there is where we're sort of getting to now, I believe. Three of Cups upright. Beautiful. So now that we're getting to that mid-month, we're seeing a shift here. Because the Three of Cups is resolution of a problem. This is conclusion and solace. It's healing. This is a satisfactory result with fulfillment, maybe some compromise. But there is a joining here, a union, a coming together, a solidarity here. There is a joint venture here. There is a celebration here. The raising of the Three Cups, the three fair maidens raising their cups in correlation, in celebration of one of another and their agreements and or promises moving forward. This is very lovely. This is very solid. This is very, you know, the tide is changing. This is what I'm hearing. This is the tide changing there. This is what you asked divine counsel for, and this is what they are going to gift you. Ace of Cups reversed. Aces of fresh new seeds. Cups of love. Backing with that Three of Cups, change is going to come. You're going to get a little crumb of hope kind of thing, and it's going to change in a road right in front of you. That lifeline, that option, that way is going to become sterile and unusable. It will be instability. It will be unstable. This can also be a indicator for unrequited love coming back through and finding you once more. It can be somewhat of clouded joy and a false heart and inconsistencies here. So, you know, if you've been with someone for a while and they're like just not solid on the big days, they're every other day. Or not there for your days, but when they need something, they can jump, hop, skip within the mad minute. Leo, you're getting really sick of that. What goes around comes around, and if you have a standard by which you expect of me, and I fulfill that, then why the fuck can't you do the same for me? that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. I've got a real kind of attitude, like you know, you want to go me, I am gonna drill you back. Like I've got plenty of reason under my belt too. That's how I feel. It's so strange. It's like I'm not going to back down, you know. I'm going to either tiger the shit out of this, man. I'm going to grip my teeth to the bone, and I'm going to make it up. This issue, molehill, project, child endeavor, issue with family, friends, myself, my image, it's just so much you've gone into battle within yourself. It's overwhelming. I feel exhausted. My head is spinning. Honestly, it is. Hang on a sec, just give me a breath. The divine is telling me you must stay grounded, because I just got like a total spin out feeling, then I even had to stop shuffling my cards. The divine is telling me extremely strongly there, you must to stop that anxiety and then getting so dizzy you pretty much black out, pass out kind of thing. It's just so overwhelming, the emotion, the attachment, the pain, the feeling, and just everything. It's just too much for you to bear or to deal with right now. And it's literally going to short circuit the shit out of you if it's presented to you. I'm going to give you this tip. You must breathe, and you must hold on to something, anything, whether it's a person, an item, a pole, a building. Just touch out, hold something that's solid, that's not moving. Doesn't matter what it is. And when you connect with that object, that thing, that person that is grounded, feel your feet become like a magnet and magnetize the ground, sticking you sharp and firm within that space, in that spot, like lead to the bottom of the ocean. Bang! You ain't going nowhere. You are solid as a rock, planted firmer than any tree or root in this world, and you can move forward if you so choose to. That's the message that I'm getting from the divine. I have no idea who that's for or what that is actually about, but it's very exhausting. They're coming through very strong today, so it's going to be I'm going to be very paced on this one. I'm sorry. There. Page of Pentacles upright. deep concentration and application here. Scholarship, reflection, desire for new ideas, a do-gooder, a bearer of news. Pages are fresh, new individuals. They're a bit of a more immature energy. They have idealisms but have not had the year's experience to actually put these into practice or to actually have experience from. But they are so innovative and so inspiring with their idealisms, ideas, and they just go get them no matter what the cost, kind of thing, and just give it a go, you know. That's just give it a go, you know. And they really have good ideas around, you know, news, study, financials, you know, anything to do with the Pentacles, which is, you know, home, monetary, you know, that is the Pentacle way, and the Page of Pentacles is going to try and show you that. Then we go into Eight of Cups upright. Okay, so we're sort of, you know, around that 17th of October now, heading off beyond the 20th. I'm seeing here Eight of Cups upright. Okay, so this is really hard because, you know, the Eight of Cups is discontinuance of effort. So this is the white flag. This is, I've had a gutful. I'm done. This is a disappointment, abandonment of previous plans, and shyness, modesty, and abandoned success. So this is you throwing in that towel and you are turning away. The Eight of Cups is, and it's upright, is an undeniable card of, I wanted a 10, you gave me 8. I'm not going to accept that. I'm not going to, you know, make that fit for me, because that's not what I wanted. I would rather go without, and I will walk away and just not accept no cup at all. And I'll go to new pastures, to new places, to new experiences, to find what those other 2 extra cups mean to me. So this is a lot about spiritual awakening of oneself too, you know, taking off from all the externals and the support systems and all that biggity-baggity shit. And you going the land alone, my dear. And you learning all the wisdom and all the knowledge that you need to occur from that. Now we have the Four of Cups reversed come out. So this is really starting to get quite interesting there. Because the Four of Cups reversed is talking about new possibilities, new relationships, new approaches to old problems, and new knowledge. So I'm seeing here, the old way wasn't working, yo, so we changed it up for a while. That's exactly what I'm hearing, you know. If the old way wasn't working, well, yeah, we had to change it. And that's exactly what you've done. You know, mid-October to leading through now, we are changing it up. If that didn't work before, well, why the fuck are we still doing that now? We're going to get rid of it, change it, print it, book it, do what you got to do, but change it. This system, formula, whatever it is that it's running off of, it ain't working all that great, so, you know, it's got to go. The Moon was your next card, the sign of Pisces. Moon is so emotionally based and so emotionally charged. And it is really strong energy card. The Moon, especially when it's in upright, is really talking about deception, twilight, obscurity, intuition being prevalent here, with some disillusionment about danger, or there's an undertone of bad influence here. There's ulterior motives, false friends, selfishness, deceit, craftiness, disgrace, slander, libel, superficiality, but most of all, there's unknown enemies here, my dear Leo, and you don't know it. You know, they are so close, and yet you are so far from seeing their true colors, their true nature, their true intentions. Leo, you must be careful. You must be extremely careful. Five of Cups reversed, and this may be why. Five of Cups is really talking about a time of a hopeful outlook or favourable expectations, new alliances, affinity, or a return of an old friend, which will lead to a reunion. So I'm seeing here you're reaching out and you're going to try to catch up with, or try to, you know, go back to roots, go back to your roots and find your centre and get back on your, recharge your internal batteries that supplies you with all your spirituality and all your you know, all that goodness that brings in for you. I'm seeing it very depleted. Like, ever since I even started this reading, I feel so flat, you know. I'm sitting back, quite relaxed. I'm kind of losing my voice, real choky, like I wasn't like that before. So you could have something going on with your throat chakra as well. Maybe you can't, maybe I'm feeling a bit like you've got like something hickety-dickety going on with your throat, like not tonsillitis, but something to do with the actual voice box. Like maybe from screaming, you've done something to your voice box. It's currently not operating correctly, or it sounds really crap. Like my voice is crackety. I'm a singer, so I do know you sort of, you know, what a half decent vocal tone should sound like once upon a time when I was in my youth. But still, this ain't it. Even for a normal monotone voice type reading, I'm sounding very crackly and I'm sounding very dry, even though I'm drinking a cup of tea as we speak. Charles, the coaster stuck to it. That's a lovely addition. A sticky bottom tea apparently is what I'm drinking, but nevertheless, let's forget about what Redski's doing and worry about what you were doing, my dear Leahs. I'm just a bit concerned about you, I'm going to be completely honest, because there's a real choppy changey feel here. Now, I'm feeling like we are hitting about the 25th, 26th. We're heading out now. Bingo, yahtzee, here we go. The High Priestess. I was just waiting for some sort of sign like this to tell me, yes, here we go. And this is the beautiful lady I've been waiting to dance with, let's just put it that way. Because the High Priestess is the card that you so honestly desire for this situation. Because she is wisdom, sound judgment, and there is no qualm about that. She is common sense, serenity, objectivity. She can be penetration of foresight and intuition, or perception with self-reliance and emotionlessness. She can stand for platonic relationships too, but she is an entity within herself. She has all the wisdom, all this knowledge, but she will not share it. She will not burden it upon others. What she knows and what she can do, and how she can see straight through the fat of it all, and just see the bare bones of the true nature of it, the real beast within. She sees all that and brings it, she ferries it across to the other side. So she is neither here of this world or there of that world. She's very much a yin and yang of the two. So this is telling you to find that complete balance now. You may feel comfortable finding some sort of spiritual gains and intuitional based and wisdom, knowledge, and all that jazz, and that's all great. I'm not putting any of that down, my dear Leahs, because that is wonderful and I'm so proud of you guys. But this is to remind you that, like a Two of Pentacles, everything can seesaw back. And this is reminding you that you may feel good in this energy right now, in this stage, but that will change. Then we move into the star sign of Aquarius. It's up right here, my dear Leo. Now this is a beautiful card, because this is really going to tell you that hope, faith, inspiration, bright prospects, and the mixing of the past and present. This is optimism, insight. This is a beautiful good omen, my dear Leos, and spiritual love with oneself and those around you. This is also an astrological influence coming through, and a fulfillment of pleasure, the proper balancing of desire and work, hope and effort, love and expression, and feeling so solidified in that, my dear Leo, coming out of October, moving into November. This is beautiful for you, my darlings. This is just so beautiful. And your final card here we had drop was the Empress. The Empress is really trying to remind, in the reverse as well, I should add, sorry, is really trying to remind you about vacillation. This is talking about inaction, lack of interest, lack of concentration, indecision, delay, anxiety, infertility, and indefinitely. Do not delay here, my dear ladies. When you get that urge for, you know, that Four of Cups reverse that activates that unit, that High Priestess, which the star comes in, you know, all this major arcana, this is telling you that big things are moving through. Don't go and dog down, like, you know, stagnant. Don't go hiding away from the opportunity. Don't lose this opportunity to feel some freaking good in your life, Leo, at the moment. You know, you've been hit and slapped with that bad old stick. Enough. As I said, Redski is going to clarify the shit out of this to try and get as much as I can for you, and I'm really pushing it now, but I really want to try. Ace of Pentacles reverse. So yeah, this is really, again, backing that up, Leo. The Ace of Pentacles reverse is prosperity without happiness, misused wealth, wasted money, corruption by money, miserly being lived, greed, and the fool's gold. So you thought that this would be the all to end all, the wish fulfillment of the gift so great that you would never, ever think ill will towards it. You do now. Because it has changed so much about you. It has changed everyone around you. And I hate to say it, my dear Leos, but it's probably not been for anyone's highest or best good at this current point in time, especially yours, most of all yours. Now, you have gone through you've been through the stormy tide of this October. You have really rided the wind bullseye. You have whipped the horse to the point of bare bones of the matter. You cannot give it any more than what you've got. You've tried to hit it from every angle, trying to plead every case that you can, trying to get that point across, trying to see that, get others to see that position that you see. At the same time, you're starting to feel exhausted. Now, we've had 3 cards drop out, and this will be your outcome and clarifier now, and that will be your reading. 6 of Cups reversed. 6 of Cups upright. My apologies. Knight of Cups reversed. And the last card is the Full Energy. I just love this. This is what it's talking about. And I'm so glad to make such a poignant point about these 3 cards, really summing it up, because it bloody well does. It really bloody well does. Bloody beautiful. 6 of Cups upright. So, please, Leo, listen. Memories, past influences, things that have vanished, childhood, past, nostalgia, faded images. So you are reminiscing back, so far back that is not a recent at all. This is back when, like, you were a child, maybe thinking back on times when your parent or parents were younger and children, and seeing how everything has changed, seeing how you felt about it then and how you really feel about the situation now, how your thought systems and or processes have also changed within that time. So you're really plugging in the memory bank here and giving it a good old, rerun of the reruns of the really old ones, the black and whites. You're looking at the times of earliest memory of your life, of your children's, of all the important memories and life-changing things that you've held within your vault of memory of you. And you are bringing all that to the surface. Knight of Cups reverse. God, Leah, you really putting me through the ringer here trying to tell you this, eh? Because this is incapacity, imprudence, dispute or ruin over a woman or a third party, impulsive mistakes, conceited, a fool. It's just in simplicity. So, if you've been in a partnership with someone, they've been dabbling around in the other pools of the waters. And even though maybe you did or did not suspect anything, or did or did not know, you're going to now, leaving October. And it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt you a lot. Whether this is actually a relationship or a connection that they've formed, like an emotional bond, I want to say, not a bedding kind of situation. It could be, they could be rousing the sheets, but I'm feeling this is more of a connection of emotion. The cups are emotion, emotions of love, water energy, free flowing, back and forth. That's what I'm feeling. They've just met this person and it's just free flowing, and it's like, it's effortless here. I feel something here. Something I haven't felt in a long time. Final card's that, the Fool upright. Thoughtlessness, folly, extravagance, or lack of discipline. Can be immaturity, irrationality, insecurity, delirium, frenzy, enthusiasm, and naivety. So the Fool is really telling you, go forth free of every experience, free of every outcome, free of every precognated assumption and law written and story ever told. Go out completely insecure, irrational, delirious, enthusiastic, and completely naive to the point you may not be able to say your name 3 times straight. like a drunken person, but not in an aggressive, or not in a disruptive, or not in an abusive way. That's not what I'm saying. The Fool is saying going out completely unattached, with no experience, with no knowledge, with nothing to bring to the table but his own self and his need to learn, to experience, to live. Good Lord, Leo, to live. Leo, I can see you've gone through such a tormentative time. And I feel for you, my darlings. I really do. We're going to go into the oracle in a minute, but just a side note here, because the energy I'm feeling is just, you just need to push through. And I'm seeing that this is coming through, you know, the October, like you literally, I'm seeing Halloween actually is when this Fool will activate. It's actually October 31. And it will happen during that day, as that day wanes on before midnight's end of October 31. And the All Hallows Eve is done, my dear Leos. Your change will have been activated within you. And you will wake, be born, will seed 1st of November, the Fool. And that is how you will move forward. Ooh. Oh, intense, my darlings. Intense. And absolutely rawly beautiful and emotionally charged reading. That was just incredible. Thank you, Leo. All right, so we're going to get your dream card now. So this is your inspirational guidance message. Keep this in your back pocket for all of October. Anytime you need, you know, a pick-me-up, a bit of guidance, something to remember. This is what you should hold first in thought, heart, and mind, and spirit. This is what will get you from the darkness into the light. And we had 3, and thank God, because I think you're going to need quite a few to help you. You've got a lot going on here. Safe is the first one. I have the resources to deal with any situation that presents itself, and that is spot on, because you do, Leo. And even when you know, at the beginning, heading through, you felt alone, you felt, you know, isolated, you felt, you know, loneliness. You are safe. You are capable. You are totally got this. Nurtured was your second card. I nourish and support myself and others. I take pleasure in the development of others. And you do. You love to help. You are the most, you know, the most go over and above and beyond for any individual, family, friend, foe, human, animal. You know, you will call to arms. You will be there before the ink is set, my dear Leo. Detached. Now this is where you need to be. This is what you need to hear for that October end, what I was just talking about, detached. I let go and surrender myself to the unknown. And that is what you need to do here. That is your October 31. You know, detach that shit. Cut it. Let it fly away. Let it burn up in the sky. And let the warmth of its now no longer presence be known within, around, and through you. Beautiful, you know. It is beautiful. Powerful stuff, my dear Leo. Let's get your romance angel and see what other messages we can pull from here for you. Leo, please, October month. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring, and they really are. And you shouldn't be suppressing your emotions, your feelings, or anything like that. Your feelings and your emotions do matter, and you do count, my dear Leo. And I'm feeling that maybe through this October month, that may not always be at the forefront of yours or anyone else's mind, but it should be. Okay, angel, what angel can assist Leo, please? For the month of October, spirits and guides. So don't worry, Leo, it's really hard reading this one. You are going to go through a bit, but you're going to come out so much stronger for it. I always say that a lot, and it's like, oh yeah, well, you don't have to walk through the fire to get to the ashes at the end. But we all do in our own time and way. We all do, Leo. We all do. Angel for Leo, please, October month. Oh, and we have one for Lion out. Oh, number 9, Angel of Clairvoyancy. Number 9, Angel Clairvoyancy. And this is the most beautiful card, I must say. They're all beautiful, I must say, but this is an actual, really stands and atone for a beautiful message. So I'll just get the message for you now. So number 9, the angel of clairvoyancy reads as follows. You have received this card because your angel of clairvoyancy is here to remind you that you are a natural clairvoyant. Your gift has been reawakened, and your angel of clairvoyancy is ready to teach and guide you on how to utilize and rediscover your ability. Pay attention to your dreams, daydreams, visions, and the symbols that cross your path during the day. Now is an ideal time to write down any repetitious images that you receive from spirit. The messages are given to you by your angel of clairvoyancy. Messages can come in the form of guidance, information from a loved one in spirit, a warning, or your angel may send you messages to help assist you further. Now, if you have received this card, it is because it is time for you to work with your gift. We are all spiritual beings living an earthly experience. When you were born into this lifetime, you forgot the abilities and gifts you were prior to arriving on the earth plane. Now is the time to reawaken your gift of clairvoyancy. You have probably been aware of your gift, but were not sure what to do with it. Let this angel of clairvoyancy work with you and assist you with your gift. Be open to receiving assistance from above and be amazed by the images that will present in you. These symbols and signs you receive are from your spiritual teachers. Your affirmation is as follows. I am ready to reawaken my gift of clairvoyancy. I know that I am guided by my angel of clairvoyancy to utilize my natural abilities. I see and understand the information that is shared with me from the spirit realm. Leo, powerful, beautiful. And I just want you to just take a moment to really look at this beautiful card. I know my camera imaging is not that great, and it is very hard to get the most beautiful angle and or imagery, like view of the actual cards themselves. They are truly divine. Now, my dears, we will move into none other than your animal spirit card for the month of October. So, spirits are my divine guides who I treasure so muchly. My beautiful Leos here are to ask for guidance for their animal spirit, please, for the month of October. Leo, rising, moon, and sun, spirit animal for October. Thank you. Here we go, guys. So, October month, Leo. Oh, here we go. So, we've had a few drop. And I don't deny my cards. If I want 1 and 10 come out, well, I have to read them. That's what your reading is. Otherwise, Gretzky would be a liar, and I am certainly not. So, Falcon, my dears. So, this is Peregrine. Falcon Peregrine. So, this is act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it without equivocation. So something is coming in, the Falcon energy, that will need commitment. It will need something, you to be solid with it. Your second card, my dear Leos, was the Goose. So it reads as follows. Take time to rest and recuperate rather than continuing your striving. So maybe you just need to have a bit of a buffer and a break in between your trials and tribulations. And your third card was that Meerkat energy, and this is a beautiful card. Get support from a trusted group of like-minded friends. So just give me a little mini mo to find these beautiful 3 messages and to relay them to you, my dear Leos. Thank you so much. Okay, Leo, so let's start with your beautiful first card, that Falcon energy. So the Peregrine. Act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it without equivocation. Providence is on your side, and the opportunity that has been presented to you is congruent with your soul's purpose, even if it don't feel fully prepared or have doubts in your ability to manage these complexities that are inherited in tackling this venture. Dive in anyway. They'll be pleasantly surprised by the support that you will come to you in unexpected ways. All it takes is the willingness on your part to continue on a steady course wholeheartedly, while at the same time being open to the challenges in the direction that the winds are blowing. It is important to stay focused on the goal that's ahead of you, while also remaining mindful of the purpose of your mission. Commit to your mission 100% and fulfill that commitment to the best of your ability. This isn't a time for analysing, introspecting, or retreating, but a time for action as you respond to the opportunity that's before you. Be willing to adjust your course of action as the need dictates, while at the same time moving steadily towards your goal. You can deal with whatever concerns come up without being distracted by them and without straying from the path you're on. The associations with this card are focus, speed, agility, gracefulness, observation, vitality, euthanism, precision, adventurousness, passion, opportunity, perspectiveness, and fluidity. Goose. Now let's go find our goosey energy and see exactly what our messages are for you, Leo. So, goose. The irony of this is that by resting and conserving your energy, you can actually mobilize your eternal resources for the next cycle of work and accomplish that much more. In this fast-paced world, with all of its pressures that impinge upon you, it's difficult to take regular periods of time off. Yet it's critical to your health and well-being to do so. Let this rest period be an opportunity when you do things that help your body recover from stress and strains of your most recent activities. Sleep in, get a massage, spend some time playing with a friend, take a salt bath, get out of town and explore the woods. Anything that will bring you peace of mind at the conclusion of a long spell of consciousness, stressful activity, even when it has been productive. Many people don't allow themselves a period of respite and instead jump into another task right away without relaxing and enjoying the fruits of their labors. It's most unnatural, but in a caffeinated society where technology has created instant access to phones, emails, and the internet, is easy to give away your power of choice by reacting to a false sense of immediacy and urgency to these trappings of bloody civilization. So turn off your blooming phone and computer and enjoy that sunset. Those periods of rest needn't be lengthy, but you do need to impend them, especially right now. Associations: preservation, migration, level-headedness, loyalty, family, determination, resourcefulness, quest, integrity, purpose, imprinting, passion, and conservation. Now your third and final card, which was of course that beautiful meerkat energy. Now the meerkat reads as follows. Actually, just let me get a sip of my coffee. The people in your life would love to offer their support to you. Your only job is to receive it, and indeed sometimes even ask for it. Those whom you feel closest to and trust the most are the individuals you can rely on to be there for you, especially when you really need it. People who are dealing with dire illness and have the support of friends and family members, usually rare the best. However, you certainly don't need to experience such an extreme situation to take advantage of the love and care that others have to offer. Write down a list of the names and people you trust the most, and then go back through it and identify 3 traits in each of these individuals that make you trust them. When you finish, you'll not only have a good idea of the qualities in those you rely on, but a clear notion of those characteristics that make a person trustworthy in your eyes. Sure, you've been burned or disappointed, and at times or another, when you've trusted someone and they've let you down or betrayed you. Everyone has experienced this. So now you may be afraid that this is what others will do, and to count on them for support, something similar will happen. Those memories, consciously or subconsciously, will not only filter out any chance of disappointment or hurt, but will also serve to keep others who are trustworthy at a distance. So Leo, look under that filter and listen to what your gut instincts tell you about a particular individual. How do they match up with the list of characteristics you find trustworthy? Take a chance and let yourself receive love and support. And I just want to also add guidance. Associations with this card are family, community, group support, vigilance, observation and intelligence, energy, conservation, communication, resilience, protectiveness, grooming, and playfulness. Now, without further ado, the last part of this reading is, of course, the rune and the full message. So let's see what ruin is coming in for my lovely Leos. Okay, so let's have a look and see what we have. Okay, Leos, you got the ruin of compassion, which is number 24. So compassion reads as follows. So my dear Leos, you have got compassion, and it has been said that when we have compassion for one another, we shall be of one mind. For in living a compassionate life, we are practicing the presence of God in a simple and universal way. Drawing this ruin reminds us to take time to show compassion to those we meet along our way. Many of compassion's qualities are found in other ruins, the shy in forgiveness, trust and love, all of which weave together in the wholeness to which our nature spirits and aspires. If a family member or family is sick or sorely troubled, drawing this ruin indicates an opportunity for you to show your compassion through service. For some, receiving this ruin calls for a profound recognition, admitting to yourself something that you have long denied. At such a challenging time, remember to have compassion for yourself. If you are involved in physical healings, notice that in the circle of the ruins, compassion lies between fear and the divine, as if to say that fear, passing through the prism of compassion, is transformed into the energy and radiance of love. To the compassionate self, this ruin is a gentle reminder that the journey to the wholeness is just that, a journey. Along the way, in your meditations and your prayers, ask to see the world through compassionate eyes. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but this is the table of ruins and how it sits in the circle. So I just thought you might want to see that just in case you were curious. So Leo, thank you so much for joining me. Please like, share and subscribe. This is your October monthly reading, and it is a lengthy one, and I'm so glad, and I'm hoping that it resonates. Don't forget, only take what does resonate, leave what doesn't. This is impossible to resonate with every single Leo of any rising, moon or sun sign, as this is a general reading and it's just not possible. So take what resonates, put back what doesn't. You don't need any extra shit on your plate. You've got enough to deal with. I wish you all the very best, Leo, from the Divine and Redsky. Until we meet again, goodbye.